TM64 Explosion is obtained in Pokemon Platinum in the Veilstone Game Corner. And basically, because there were gambling laws introduced by the EU which restricted gambling features being in games, the European version and American version of the game have completely different Veilstone game corners. In the European version, you cannot play the slot machines for the reason I just stated. And this also affects how Explosion is obtained. In the US version, you have to play the coin machine for hours to get it, but in the European versions, all languages, it's given away by the attendant at random. So I'm going to explain the science of how this works, as well as how you can manipulate this to get Explosion yourself. So basically, for those of you who follow me, you will probably be aware that I've recently done an all-go prints, a complete Battle Frontier speedrun of Platinum. And in the speedrun, I use a strategy where I manipulate this attendant to give away the Explosion TM so that I can then teach it to Azelf and use it to beat fights in the Battle Frontier. So obviously, because the EU version gives it away much faster, the EU version is chosen for the speedrun. This is a UK version that I'm playing on here. So what happens is basically, this is an emulator demonstration, and I've got a Lua script here as well to sort of explain how things are going to work. So basically, when you talk to her, she will say, if she's going to give it, she will say, we are currently, oh that's not right, where is it? Here we go. We're currently in the middle of a technical machine campaign. There we go. So loads as a save state where she gives it away. So basically how this works, if I can get this to behave, because it was being funny earlier, is you have to basically talk to her on the first, like she'll only give it away once a you'll only have the chance for her to give it away once a day. So if you've already been playing your game and you've spoken to her, what you'll need to do is change the clock to 23:59 or 23:58, open your save file and wait for it to say 0000, which it does on the Pokétch here. You can't really see it for the way I've cropped it and the Lua script. But basically, so this is a save where I've already talked to her. She'll, oh no it's not, I'm not very organised here as you can see. So it was 210 that I was doing with my manipulation, which I'll get to a bit later. So if I talk to her there, you see the distance seeds. I don't know if you did see that actually, but basically the distance seed there, this seed is going to change to 211. That's not how it works. So basically if you've already talked to her, that will not happen, as you just saw there. And if you have not talked to her, it will move forward. So basically what that's doing is it's calling the RNG to decide whether or not it's going to give you Explosion. So I was on 210 in my manipulation. That's the amount of times the RNG has advanced since I loaded my save file on the seed, which is there, 560402BA. And that's not pure coincidence, that is actually the seed that I used to get it in the speedrun. So basically, the science of how this works basically is when you talk to her and it calls it and she gives it away, it's a 1 in 10 chance for her to give it. And so we'll go to what I hit there. So that was 211. And she gives it away on 211. And the reason for that is A4, D8, D8, A7 is the current RNG seeds in hexadecimal. So I'll open up calculator and go into programmer. So yeah, we'll type the first 4 digits, because it's the first 4 digits of the seed that is actually used in the formula. So we go A4D8. So then we convert that from hexadecimal to decimal, which is then 42,200, and then we'll go modulo 10. And that's 0. So basically, if the upper 16-bit, the 16-bit high, the first 4 digits of the current RNG in decimal, modulo 10 equals 0, which is a 1 in 10 chance because modulus is just dividing and giving the remainder, she will give explosion to you. So there's actually two ways you can get this yourself. One of them is quite simple. It's just to basically save in front of her and then just keep talking to her, and if she doesn't give it, just soft reset and try again. But as I said before, if you've already spoken to her on the day, you need to change your clock so that it's a new day, and you need to basically change it to 23:58 or 23:59, load your save file and wait in the game for it to change to midnight, and then save your game again and start talking to her, basically. So the other way to do this is to use RNG manipulation. So I'll demonstrate the setup that I used on my speedrun with this seed, 560402BA. So I think I've got a save state at the start, which is here in the fight area Pokemon Center. So then I'm just going to eject the seed with the Lua script, because I can do that. So distance seed is now 0. That's what it will be when you hit the seed on console. And for those of you who don't have experience of doing this, who are interested in doing it, I would highly recommend checking out the YouTuber I'm a Blissey. He has great tutorials explaining the basics of how this works, as well as how you can do it yourself. So basically what you'll need is you'll need RNG Reporter or Poke Finder. You'll need either Eon Timer or Flow Timer. And I will just post basically everything in the description. And I'd also like to give a shout out to two other Pokemon speedrunners, AB Twisty and Line Was Here, who helped me in discovering this and how it actually works. And that's pretty much the whole reason I'm doing this video, is because I don't think it's been really documented anywhere before. So what I do when I hit the seed is I basically... actually, I'll talk about step counter first. So step counter is 0 here, and that's, I actually aim for it to be 0 in my speedrun as well. But obviously, because I started my speedrun at the very beginning of the game, and I have been able to track my exact steps since then, I will know using the pedometer app on the Pokétch exactly where step counter is. But if you've not done that, you're going to have to do some trial and error, basically. So I'll demonstrate the movement. So you basically just go down the stairs. You'll see these NPCs basically right down, and then the guitarist turns down. That'll always happen on the seed. Then you just go into fight area exactly as I did. Buffer turning right and run all the way. So I think I actually took 2 steps there, but that doesn't matter. So now, oops, that's also not going to matter because the distance seed's still the same. So we fly to Veilstone, then we start holding down, and then we walk 2 down, and then we run the rest of the way to the game corner as quickly as possible, and go in. So then walk 1 step to the right, and then walk all the way, bump into this thing 2 times, and then you're on 210, which then becomes 211, and you get explosion. So the step counter changed from 0 to 84, and if I'd not taken that extra step, it would be 83. So since I'm so bad at mental maths, I'm going to get the calculator again, and we're going to check that out. So 128 minus 53 basically means there is a 75 step for the step counter to not roll over. So if you did exactly that, what I just did, and you didn't get the same results, the reason why is because of step counter. So if that happens, just go back to the same place as quickly as you can. So just fly, save again, and then try again until it works, basically. And that's how you do that. So of course, I'm a Blissey's got more information on it on his channel, but you can also use the Coin Flips app to check your seed if you don't want to check the NPCs, or also to calibrate your seed, because you'll need to do that. But I'll put links to everything in the description that you would need to perform the RNG manipulation yourself. And I hope this has been an informative video for you. Thanks for watching, and take care.